Welcome to the Creative Plan Podcast Network. Join us as we share our favorite RPGs, one-shot games, tabletop games, reviews of items, and convention panels, and other exciting things that we run into from time to time. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
So, Miskatonic University, you guys, you focus is in it's named after the mythical Lovecraftian university, but in this case, it's a real place. There are real students, usually about 500 students every year. You guys are part of the freshman class. All of you, oddly enough, were given a free ride to this university. However, in exchange for that, you're expected to do student intern jobs and things like that. So if anything comes up, your student aide at your dorm pretty much tells you got to do whatever jobs that are slid under your dorm. Yeah. So unfortunately, this has been a really bad Friday afternoon because you all were taking study period in the library, which in Miskatonic University is this beautiful 3-story library with entire sections that you have to require 8 keys to get into and all these different things. Old books, the smell and dust of these books is great. Unfortunately, you 4, and yes, there's 3 of you in the room, and I say you 4, because, one of the social library bookworms, Daphne, she's sitting at the table with you, as all of a sudden a book is slammed by the dean.
I had nothing to do with that, sir.
As you just see the dean's veins throbbing in his forehead as he's staring at all of you with the look. Now, since you're all sitting at the table, Daphne is this very demure brunette with short-cropped curly hair. She wears big glasses, and usually you've never really seen her smile because you always see a book covering from her nose down on her face. She lives in the library. She curls up in this little corner and she never leaves till her pile of books are done. She's sitting there all nervous because, you're all being grilled by the dean. But as you're all looking at each other Breakfast Club style, describe what each of you guys look like. And share your high concept, because you guys would know enough of each other, you know probably the high concept of each other. Who wants to start?
Oh, me?
Yeah?
6 foot, but the lanky kind of typical college kid build. Does the overcoat thing really at all times. Tries to be sneaky, shady type, so a lot of darker colors to blend in when he's sneaking out at night to sell things he's not supposed to have.
Oh.
Child of a noble, so a lot of things kind of go over his head, right, yeah, that thing. Yeah. Has a high sense of humor, doesn't really ever take anything seriously because he's never had to. Boasts heavily about the flash and the chaos magic, likes to show off, likes to be the center of attention, and then he wheedles you into a deal where you buy something you really didn't want, but you're like, oh, I'm so damn impressed by the show, let's do it.
It's the Carbonaro effect.
Yes. It's just look at all this, and you can have your own for a very moderate price. Trust me. Not a good deal. Probably got them in trouble too because they were more than likely I owe you because you bought something that went horribly wrong. So, hence, we're called friendship. Okay, cool. I won't sell you anything. Don't kill me. Okay. And you just keep stealing my shiny stuff. So
I don't steal it.
Well, you're just
look
it's
at
no. I don't even know what that does yet.
And do you know any of the 3 ladies at the table with you? That includes Daphne.
More than likely, I know Daphne because she's the one who tells me that my spell's going to go horribly wrong. And I'm just no, it's not. See? You did it wrong.
Okay.
So she's helped me out of a situation. Once again, I know you mainly because you.
Well, no,
I see you in the quad a lot.
I
like
probably
you,
like.
helpy.
Does your character look thin in any way, shape, or form?
Yes.
I try to feed you because I am mom friend.
Like
You
sitting
can
down
be
at the
able to
cafeteria, you're
cheat,
just like, whoa, you're gonna eat a lot, aren't you? Food. I guess I'm gonna eat a lot. I wonder if I can resell some of this.
And what's your name again?
Ichabod. Ichabod, Sun Eater. Last name is really Light Swallow. Chaos Mage extraordinaire.
I'll go next.
Ever creative Chaos Mage. Just look at all the things. Just lead you to buy his stuff.
Alright, so my character's name is Lupe Maldonado. She is the changeling mom friend with the devil's luck. Because she makes friends with people who you think like, oh no, they're gonna eat her head or something like that. But
Are you talking with the janitor?
well, she feeds everyone. She's like the mom friend, so she's got the backpack with all snacks and stuff like that. Usually you'll see her like try to sneak into class, like small animal that she found and is trying to nurse back to health kind of thing. Constantly happy, just so excited, just very upbeat, and it's all just natural. Like she's not like putting on a show, like she's just naturally this effervescent, like she's the helper friend, the mom friend. She's a ray of sunshine. And she's just so excited. Anyways, but the downside thing is she's also one of those people who kind of acts without thinking. Like, as I said, makes friends with things that, or tries to make friends with things that probably she shouldn't. And that's why they say devil's luck, because she survives it most of the time without anything.
You're friends with the janitor?
Yeah, something like that.
You know what he does
and
here,
she
right?
does, like, she's a button pusher. Like, if you take, like, let's say you take her to, like, the Fry's during Easter and you see all the toys with the buttons on them, every single one. It's like
Christmas
a compulsion.
is a nightmare. Christmas is a nightmare.
It's a compulsion with her. She sees the button, unless you say no. Like, if you are able to get to her before she presses it, then she won't. But left to her own devices, she will press the buttons. She will pick up the shinies to see what they look like. She doesn't steal. She just looks at them, and maybe she might wander off, but then put it back because she feels bad about taking it.
No, please put that down.
But I just started sketching her out.
Oh, she's adorable.
I just started sketching her out.
She's adorable.
Okay, so which one of the folks at the table do you know?
Well, I probably feed everyone. So we stay in dorms and stuff like that. So let's say your character's my neighbor, and I, like, first day I enter this night, I come with, like, a tray of cookies. I come, like, every 2 days. I show up at your, knock on your door and give you another baked good. So I just feed everyone, you know.
I do stand by the I sold you a thing, it went wrong. Very sorry, please don't hurt me. But I think, I think you're sitting next to me in one of the classes.
I would sit, yeah, and
you sit next to me in class,
and I just
like,
kind of look at him. It's like,
that?
he's so skinny. You know, Mio, I need to feed him. You
Is
know.
that a magic? How did you get that in class? This is liberal arts. What are you doing with that here?
I love that you two are fascinated by each other in different ways.
Yes.
And what about your character?
Yes.
Corinne Allen Walsh. Red hair, green eyes, freckles, and a round face. Secondhand store clothes. And tennis shoes or hiking boots. Just basically comfortable and easy to travel in. You know. Sensible. And her high concept is basically she finds things or people, but she also comes from a family of, like, just nobody had any magic. It's a fluke that she has magic. Like, no, not the rarest thing in the world, but, you know.
Yeah, like they know it exists.
Yeah. But she basically was self-taught too, so it's her stuff is a little sketchy. That's why she decided to apply here and was surprised to get a full scholarship, because she wanted to come and learn shit.
Oh my God.
No, like with the how she, like my character, like her mom tells her one day, oh, you've gotten a full scholarship, and she's been told her dad's dead. He's probably not dead. He's probably the reason why she's at this school.
I know for a fact my character knows for a fact it's because his dad that he's at this school. Oh, the one character trait that is really prevalent about him is that his eyes are inverse, so it's like black with like white little pupil. So it's kind of like earlier Joker. So he's like pitch black eyes, little white pupil. This era.
Like Gambit.
Yes, very much like Gambit. He's just like What?
We're
Oh,
too
of
brave.
course. Blame the demon in the room. Not you, Jeff.
So who's somebody that you know well in the group?
Well, despite my efforts, I know her pretty well because she is my neighbor and she plays her music pretty loudly. She doesn't know how to keep her voice down.
Now, is she your neighbor or is she your roommate? I mean, most dorms are 2 to a room.
Oh, that's true. I wouldn't be. No, I agree with the volume control, but not the music, but definitely volume control. And the fact that she keeps sneaking in small animals and things into the room.
That's probably what the volume's about.
Yeah.
Is covering up all the squeaky hamster wheels spinning.
Like,
Well, no,
is
it's
that a
nothing
hiss?
as mundane as a hamster.
Was it a bat? Is that a
Well, I
basilisk?
said hamster wheel.
Oh.
Okay.
There's
I
something
didn't
else on it.
I didn't say what the creature was on.
I would say neighbor.
Yeah, because if she was my roommate, she'd not let me keep all these animals. But definitely neighbor, and the side we share walls where our beds are, and so you hear me like
Giddy, happy.
I have volume control issues.
Awkward moment, you think she's getting laid because something's banging the wall, and on her side of the wall, it's an animal that keeps ramming the wall. It has horns, and instinctively is just banging the wall.
She's just on the bed clapping, like, yeah, you can do it! You can
No, I'd be like, no, calm down.
Which only adds to, like, what the is she doing?
Which now that the camera's panned across all of you, it flashes back to the book like in triple. Slam, slam. As you all are looking at the demons looking at you with bloodshot red eyes, he is flamingly angry. He's got nice, dark, dusky Greek complexion, but with no accent whatsoever. Complete, perfect, vanilla American English. And he's looking at you all with just the mixture of that fatherly disappointment and anger. You 4 are all on detention in the library until you find the book that's gone missing.
What? I stand by the fact I had nothing to do with this.
And he immediately is looking this way.
I am
And you kind of noticed he glanced at when he said find to you.
I'm certain that I had nothing to do with the missing book. I was actually trying to pass my test, sir.
All of you were in the library when the and he kind of cuts the word wards, when the warning of the missing book happened.
What?
So one of you 4, and he keeps giving you all the look, and of course Daphne's just wilting. She's like anime style wilting behind the table with a book held up in front as a shield with her arms all defensively like she usually does. You will stay here in detention until one of you finds, and he glances your direction again for some odd, weird reason, finds the missing book and puts it back on the forbidden section. And he kind of like gestures towards where there's a little curtain, a little dark curtain for like, it almost looks like the porn section of the old Blockbuster.
Ooh,
That
am I
has
finally
a
allowed?
door that is open.
Oh shit.
Am I finally allowed back there? After that incident that I wasn't involved in?
You are only allowed there if you have the book in your hands to put it back, and you come out with your hands empty. I have locked the library down and set the alarm.
But I have a 4 a.m. class. Oh God, that class.
I will be back at 6 a.m. and the book better be found.
4 a.m. class.
And she's like, I have babies at home, but I can't say anything, brother.
Tell the dean you have animals in your
No. She's about to, and she's like, wait, no, that's bad.
And he kind of like just lifts the cover of this big old tome of supernatural creatures and slams it, turns on a dime and goes storming out, turns around to you guys, grabs these big library's double doors that are like 12 foot tall, big, slams them, looking at all of you in the empty space on the table, gesturing that the book better be there or back. And you hear like 6 locks clinking.
Oh, come on!
Okay,
I
so what is this book that we're trying to find?
And
Yeah,
you
a
just,
lot of information.
You just
Oh.
hear this creak as she starts reading the book. Daphne is like ignoring you guys. So does anyone want to give me a role that they think would describe what the book is that you're looking for? Maybe a clever or a sneaky if you tried to sneak a peek at it once before.
I'm pretty good at sneaky, so.
Or clever that you read about it maybe somewhere.
So I roll all 4, or?
You roll all 4.
Okay. So, these cancel each other's out, right?
Pluses and minuses, yep. Ooh.
And so I use my plus, so I guess I get 4.
So you're +4?
I get 2 for clever, so I'm just shotting in the dark.
So you're +2?
Yeah, +2 for clever.
I got
Thinking.
neutral.
Yeah.
So see, 2's not bad. See, 2's a fair. So you know it's a book that's in the forbidden section. That's all you know, mainly because you tried to pinch it maybe to read it when you saw the librarian carting his back. So
hey, can I?
What did you
No,
get?
okay, fine.
I got a neutral.
You got a neutral, so you're like book, library. But then we have what did you roll? Clever or quick?
Clever.
Clever?
No. I rolled sneaky.
Sneaky. So you know what it is. You know this book that he's speaking of.
Huh.
Hey, Dav, do you have any idea what's going on?
Grimoire Imaginarium is the title of the book. It got your attention because it has really beautiful illustrations. It's from, the Dark Ages.
So it's pretty.
Of mythical creatures and places they come from.
So the way I think my character knows this is that she didn't mean to wander into the forbidden section, but she found herself in the forbidden section. Ooh, book, and starts flipping. Oh, that's pretty. So this book.
Pretty much we'll say
But I
you're
wouldn't
talking
take it,
to one of the library aides and you followed them as they were taking books back there. You cleverly kept talking to them and they brought you in with them when they shouldn't have, and you saw the book that was clearly. And we're talking, it's a big tome. It's about this big, 2 foot by 2 foot, leather binding that's made of some exquisite leather that has different patterns, almost like it's patchwork of different leathers, but not like creepy Necronomicon skin leather.
Okay.
Like different types of animals were used for the binding.
Okay. That still make me feel sad because
And of course, it had that cool old-fashioned the sides of the paper where you tilt the book, it becomes an illustration.
Oh, that's so neat.
Which is probably
that's
what
totally
got your
what's
attention,
shiny.
that you're seeing this beautiful scene of mythical creatures walking 2 by 2.
Okay.
And you know this book is all about mythical creatures and where they come from.
Okay. Well, all right. So, did he name the book? Oh,
He did name the book
name
earlier.
The book. Okay.
Off camera, he named it when he threw that book down because someone put this book in its place. It's just a
Okay. Okay. I think I've seen that book. I say it out loud. Okay.
So you took it?
No, I don't take things.
You don't take
Daphne,
things, do you?
Where did you see it?
Well, I was talking to the librarian while she was putting stuff away, and next thing I know, we were in the forbidden section, and we were talking, and then it was really shiny, and I looked at it, and it was really pretty, but, and then the librarian realized I'm not supposed to be in there, and so she kind of kicked me out.
We're not supposed to be in there. It's you just hear her slowly turn a piece of paper, absently in her book.
How far in were you in the forbidden section?
How far in was I?
Pretty much halfway.
About halfway.
Damn.
Oh God! Wait, the door's open.
Is the door?
Maybe
the door
is it
open.
in there?
The door is ajar. Yes.
What are the odds? Maybe one of the library aides put it back wrong, and we're getting blamed because of course we're here. And that's the only reason I say I'm blamed.
We shouldn't go in there. It's not safe. We should leave the library. It's really not safe here either.
Well, we're being locked in. We can't get out. Luckily, I pull out my backpack. Is anybody hungry? I have snacks. I throw him a kind bar. I don't throw it in your mouth.
Yeah, just like no, it's like you kind of.
Why is the library not safe? I get the restricted section.
Oh God, is there a security system that I missed?
It's really not safe right now for you guys. We should really go.
What about you?
Wait, why for just us?
I have to stay here. And she kind of wilts behind her book.
Do you live here? Are you a librarian?
Go ahead and give me a roll here. What you gonna go with?
I want to go with careful.
Careful.
Like, I'm trying to suss out why she's acting like this.
Okay.
Is she just naturally shy, or is there something about her?
I like that. That's the approach.
So that would be a 5. No, wait, hang on, sorry, 4.
Okay, so 4. You definitely rolled better than her too. So immediately you're sussing out because you start carefully like kind of conversating with her. You know, that's the word now. And you get the idea that she's concerned about you, and she's concerned about being locked in the library, and you're getting the idea that she's hiding something. You're definitely getting the idea that she knows something about the book. As these two are having their little snack capades.
This is actually really good. Like, I think I'll buy some. Did you get these from like the school store?
No. I just stock up stuff with fries.
I'm
Oh,
going to
geez.
respect it.
It's nice that they open the branch.
We're in here because of a missing book.
Kroger.
So, if you know where it is, or if you know something about it, the
We gotta
sooner
find this
can
book because
figure
I gotta
this
go home
out,
because I got babies to
the
feed.
sooner we can
Oh
leave,
God, did you
the
take
sooner
more
we'll
of
be
them?
safe.
Did you at least put the mandrake back?
It's not safe if we
I
all leave. I
no
have to
comment
stay
on
here
that.
to keep the
If
library
it
safe.
screams, we're all. No, no, we
keep
can
the
the girls'
library
room. I'm not in danger.
Well, no,
Okay, so you guys hear that, by the way.
What do we hear?
Exactly.
Oh.
As you hear their hushed tones get all hushed, and you're like, what?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
It's not safe if I leave the library, but you're not safe here.
But why?
Because you hear like food bag drop.
Whoa, what?
Why is the library safe as you?
And she just kind of like wilts and lets go of the book she has, and you hear the thud of the book as she reaches into one of her back pockets of her little Oshkosh, makes her look even younger. And she pulls out 4 pieces of ripped paper, look like they've just been left, just like haphazardly ripped.
Oh no.
This is all I got left of the book.
Oh no.
Where's the rest of the book?
And pretty much on cue, when you ask that, there's a rumble in the library. You know, the foundation of the library ground rumbles. And you clearly hear over to the side, over in the fantasy novel section. And she doesn't even look. All of you do this like double take look in that direction, and she's not even looking. She's just looking at the pieces of torn paper on the table. And she kind of like tries to close the book on those pieces of paper.
Can I have them?
No,
Can I have one of them?
And she like pulls the last one and says, "You can hold on to that one. I need these 2 pages."
This is going to help me find the book.
Why do you need these 2 pages?
Well,
Why did you
Where's
take
the red of
pages
the
out?
book?
I can take you to where the book is.
Oh, well, that
Is
works.
it actually okay?
Or I can try to pick the locks.
No.
And she kind of like
No one?
quietly
Oh,
gets
fine.
up
Well,
and she
dominate
gestures
you.
for you to follow, and she doesn't mind if these 2 follow. And she just kind of slowly
not saying no,
trots
no,
through
no,
the
no.
library as you guys
She's
are
the safe
feeling
one.
this vibration that's like random books are like falling out of their bookshelves from the vibration. It almost feels like a low-grade earthquake, but you can tell the glass isn't interacting with it. It's just like resonance.
Oh, you know that scary librarian's gonna blame
Guys,
us for this.
Whatever this is, obviously Daphne needs our help.
okay.
I am going to help. If you 2 want to sit here, that's fine.
No! As all of a sudden the timer on the lights start clicking lights off, and the library just gets ominously dark, except for the main lights that were left on to keep like 2 big sections lit up.
I pull out a flashlight because I have my backpack.
Sounds like you have an aspect of, I've always got something in my bag. See, there's an aspect there. So you guys follow her, and she's like slowly walking. She's like, "Guys, I gotta tell you something that'll really freak you out because it's really weird. But I think magic is real.
Yeah?
I mean, really real."
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Daphne, you've seen me make things.
Those are just silly tricks.
Oh God. I'm gonna walk ahead of everyone. I need a moment to
And
breathe.
she takes you to the fantasy section, and just you walk around the corner, and you see like Lord of the Rings,
Harry Potter.
Alice in Wonderland. Immediately, there's a bookshelf, almost like the wall right there next to us, the bookshelf, and all of a sudden, like a quarter of the books, all randomly, come bouncing right out of the bookshelf, landing on the ground. I like how you guys did that in unison.
I
As all of a sudden,
Daphne, how did you even get into Miskatonic without knowing magic was real?
She's like, I'm sorry, you guys make me scared. I lost control. I was keeping it quiet for now. And then as soon as she looks at all of you, she starts getting really upset. And as soon as she gets upset, the rest of the books go flopping out.
No, sweetie.
And behind the books, you see a swirling purple-black rift of darkness.
If my father taught me anything, those are bad.
There's the book. It turned into that when I read the page. I only managed to grab these pages before it turned into it.
I don't think the dean's.
Can I take a look at those pages? I promise to give them. Just show them to me.
I know how to read them. I figured them out because I read the first page, and once I read it, they make sense. And all of a sudden, she starts talking, and her voice does this weird oscillated double talk, like she's reading words of power.
No.
Which one of you might be picking that up? Because Dad talked that way a lot.
Yes, I. Should I roll for clever?
Clever.
Because, like, I picked up on Dad talking to all his friends. On the other side.
Other side. Oh, damn.
Okay. So, 5.
5.
Yeah.
So that is a superb success. Is immediately you're recognizing she is speaking the words of the old ones. In beautiful enunciation. Her enunciation is perfect. Her tongue rolls off these
I
syllables.
can't even do it. It's just like...
You should have like 3 tongues to speak this right, and she's talking it perfectly.
She's speaking the language of the old ones.
I'm just speaking the words of the book. See, the page that disappeared makes the portal open. But I can close it with this page. And she's sort of like, kind of like is instructing me. I just need a few things to close the portal, but I have to stay here to keep the portal from opening because... And she gets all quiet and like, there's something on the other side.
She's speaking the language of the old ones. Whatever is on the other side of that will be very, very bad.
What are the 4 things you need?
Yes.
So I need, and she's like, and she like plops down and she pulls a couple of books that fell off the shelf to make a little table, and she pulls out some of her little flip book and she's like, I need a chalice of a god. I need chalk of, and she basically reads off these words that basically say it's the primal colors of Chinese, red, blue, white, black.
The primary
colors. Yeah. So a piece of chalk in each of these colors, and I need the hair of a lion.
Well, I know what to leave you to. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find this chalk.
Actually, I might. Can I use my? I have always got because chalk is a thing
that
you
would even just throw me a fate point and make a declaration if you know where there is lion.
I know. Well, I know where there is chalk. Oh, lion. Oh no, that's
you're a
vet.
You're a vet.
Yeah, I know where there's a lion.
Okay.
So
it'll cost you a fate point. You could have rolled, but I'll take a fate point instead.
God damn it.
So you tell me where you know for sure, 100%, there is lion hair on campus. You are a vet tech.
Well, like in the I'm thinking because this is Miskatonic University. There is probably a room that has taxidermied old that the people can vets can look in the biology. You have the pickled animals and stuff. So there's a room where there is a lion.
So you immediately tell the group that in the biology lab there's the taxidermy section of the stuffed animals of life sciences, and you know exactly where a taxidermy lion is.
Yes,
that helps, but we're still locked in here.
Huh.
For now.
Like locks have ever stopped you.
Locks have never really stopped me. I'll work on the door locks, because we probably want those open no matter what happens right now.
Can I roll to see if I have dice or chalk?
Can I roll to see if I have dice?
Because they sell the packs of chalk.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have all the colors. But I'll let you basically, you have one of the colors.
Yeah.
By the way, it's a university. You don't need to roll. Okay. It's a university. There is chalk all over the place.
Oh yeah. So it's just a matter of finding it the different colors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Art department.
I'm actually gonna roll to see if I have acquired one of them.
Okay, give me a quick.
Plus
So, does this library have artifacts and stuff in
It
there?
does not. It's supposed to not have anything active. Everything like that's buried in the basement, but you all don't know about that.
Okay.
So,
You haven't been introduced yet. You're just freshmen.
so +1.
Plus
Just
1.
Checking pockets.
So you're checking pockets, and as soon as you do, you whip out this tiny piece of chalk that goes because it's been in your pocket for like 6 months, and it just gets nasty. And it's more lint than chalk.
I'm gonna need to wash these pants.
You got chalky pants.
Alright.
Oh.
But I will take, if you want to give me a clever roll, Chalice of the Gods.
That's what I was looking for.
Ooh.
Oh.
No good?
I'm looking for a great roll. Do you have at least that?
I have a 1.
You have a 1. Do you want to chip it in for an aspect?
Yes.
Do you want to...
Well, my major is journalism, so I imagine, like, let's say
Your inquisitive nature helped you.
Journalism? Yeah.
Like you just
journalism is
listen
perfect.
to somebody talking,
So
and
you
you're like,
know +2's not going to do it, so you're going to reroll?
Yep.
Come on, I'll take the... Well, keep the plus. Keep the plus. You can keep the plus.
Okay,
You had a
that's
plus.
Yeah, it got worse.
You're sitting there baffled. You're like,
God damn it.
But
why
you
did
know
I
what?
give that assignment off to him? I thought it was going to be boring. Why did I give it off to Jerry?
all right.
now you
had
had
a
to
chance to
consider...
interview the history professor, but
Now,
no.
I'm going to throw this aspect out there since it is the library. There is the student newspaper. If you'd like to spend a fate point, that'll give you your +2, give you your 4, so you know exactly something that'll work. Okay? So immediately, you're like, Chalice of the Gods, Chalice of the Gods. And all of a sudden, you're thinking about it, and you can see she's racking her brain, and then all of a sudden, MacGyver-wise, her eye just goes, dun, dun, dun. And there's a student newspaper that somebody was like taking bits of to make rollies. That's what one does. And you notice the rolled up paper there that's talking about the Miskatonic swim team, the Squiddies.
Yet another year I haven't been included.
Won the state championship for dive team. And there's a picture on the student newspaper that shows like the lead captain of the team on everyone's shoulders. He's holding this trophy. And the trophy is referred to as Neptune's Chalice.
That will work. That is a chalice of a god.
As you look, and all of a sudden you're like, it does look like a drinking cup on a trophy stick. And you're like, if we can go to the Jock's dorm. So, what is the name of the Jock's alma mater?
It's not fuck.
It's not fuck?
No.
Alpha
It's
Beta
not-
Chi.
That's actually pretty good. Alpha Beta Chi.
Alpha Beta Chi, okay. The ABKs.
I have some friends in there. I think they'll let us in.
So, go ahead and actually give me a clever when she mentions the swim team.
I think I know who we can talk to.
Wow, you got some action on that dice. It's still
Wow!
It's not going to stop. It's rolling a D8.
It's a sea crest.
And it's a plus.
So that's good.
Oh,
So what'd you get?
I got a 4 negation.
That's a great.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a good roll because you know immediately, you're like, swim team, that's part of what's killing you today because you know the swim team is having a $10 at the door kegger night.
Which is the real reason I wanted to get out of here.
Which
quickly.
is the swim team is having a
4 a.m. class.
fundraiser
Why not ever go to that?
where they're just asking $10 at the door to get funds for the team to basically do, pay for beer the rest of the season or whatnot.
Yeah.
And you know right where they are, they would be there with the chalice because you know that they've not actually put it in.
Yeah, no. They're being like
It's-
typical these are like, go drink out the chalice, come on.
Exactly. You've seen them sitting there doing the chug at the beginning of every party.
Chug.
So you know where the chalice is. You know where the hair is. You know chalk you can find anywhere.
Yeah.
Only problem is, at like one moment, you all look and see the giant ominous doors with the 8 locks.
Are there any windows in this library?
There are hundreds of windows. It's a 3-story library.
Okay, I mean...
It gets really good ambient light all day long.
Because can we just find a window and open it and go out the window?
You can try.
Alright.
Go ahead and give me a...
I'm going to use my devil's luck, as it were,
Okay.
Yeah.
if I can.
Well, which one of your approaches are you going to take? You're going to be careful about it, clever about
I'm
it?
going to be sneaky about it.
Sneaky. Sneaky is perfect.
Holy gee, let me roll.
You can.
Well,
Are you gonna roll that last
tell
time?
me what the result is.
No, they're
first.
all negative.
You can,
So,
Yeah.
which aspect are you using?
Well, the devil's luck
Okay,
is...
Devil's Luck is perfect because apparently it was not with you. So toss me your fate point and reroll all those negatives. Apparently,
plus.
No,
There's,
blank.
no, there's 3 pluses.
I know, but that one's blank.
Doesn't
You see
count,
it?
it's on the floor.
God damn it. I keep forgetting
she's
I have
like,
this thing.
I like the blank.
Still
It's
blank.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
6.
6. So immediately you pull one of the library ladders and you climb up the window and you're like click click clink, and the window opens up right over the fire escape. You know, it's cleverly blended in with the architecture of the building. That's just beautiful old
Got way
modern
out!
fire escape.
I could hug you right now.
Mainly because there was a
Oh God.
there was a baby
I didn't think
bat
you'd call it.
out there that
Yeah.
you saved once upon a time.
Love the idea though that you're like up there on the ladder, you go hugs and just
Whoa!
So basically, Daphne looks at you guys and she's just like, be careful, you know, it's really creepy out there.
are you gonna be okay?
Just don't take too long. I can only hold this for a little while longer.
Does Daphne have something on her like a piece of jewelry or a necklace?
Just an old pair of like dog tags. It's the faux Hot Topic dog tags.
This is gonna sound weird, but can I have your dog tags?
Um,
You'll get it back, I promise.
I really don't want to give them away. Go ahead and give me a clever or quick or forceful if you want to be mean. Give me your dog tags now.
I'm gonna do.
Way to Batman that moment too.
You know what? We're gonna do that quick. I'm just gonna try to yank them off.
Okay.
I love it.
And immediately,
I'm going up after her. So I'm like, wait.
it's a neutral. So you try to like yoink them, and she like wilts from you and pulls that book of safety up.
Like, okay.
Literally, it's a book on OSHA safety. She pulls it up in your way.
All right. I'm sorry.
And she has the aspect of the right book for the right topic.
Hey, listen, you know how you're saying the magic was real and all that stuff?
It's real. Look.
Yeah,
And just as you say that there's like some ominous shape moving in the flow of the portal.
don't pay attention to that. Just look at me.
I have to pay attention.
Well, okay, let's look at me for 1 second. The thing is that we are not shocked by magic because we're all magical. That's 3. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's move past that.
Okay.
That word tracks.
My thing is that I can find things in people as long as I have something personal of theirs, or if I'm in a location that they have been in the essence of. Like this library is thick with your essence, but if I'm somewhere else, or if you're somewhere else, I want to be able to find you.
And as soon as you say that, she's like Psycho come.
Sure, let's go with that.
And she like whips into her hair, and out of nowhere she pulls one of those little clip berets, and she says, "Here, I've had this for years."
This will work just fine. Thank you.
Okay, you guys scurry out the window. So where are you heading?
Okay, so we've got locations. Art department for the chalk,
Biolab.
Biolab and ABFK. Question is how is this laid out?
So pretty much, you know, it's you're in dead center of the campus, so everything is equal distance from here.
Okay.
So you have a feeling that chalk is something you can come by almost anywhere.
True. Yeah, we can put chalk on below the board. I'm afraid if we steal the chalice, that might draw attention.
No. I've got this. Trust me.
Well, what I was just gonna say is maybe we should get the lion hair first, and then get the chalice, because the lion hair most likely won't have people around it.
I like the way you think.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the bio lab, which
Yeah.
should be like almost completely shut down, except
I
for like
should-
2 or 3 people.
I would think because, you know, I'm a student, like, that's my major. I have, like, a key card in case I have to go and do
Makes
homework.
perfect sense.
Yeah. So I you know, because if anybody asks, like, no, I forgot last week's assignment, so I just need to burn the midnight oil. Because hopefully it's not public that the principal locked us in the library.
No, the
So-
These 4! Oh, God.
I love we're at a magical university that pretends it's not magical.
or does it? Okay,
It's commonplace for us. We're all
So
just
you're whipping out your student ID and you're zipping at the
Yeah.
door, and the door opens up. You know, it's got the night lights. There's a little security guy who sees your face and pretty much just like,
I always give him cookies.
hey.
Actually, I pull out a candy bar. Just something for tonight, you know.
He's like, you're a lifesaver, dog. You're a lifesaver. Opens a little Snickers bar.
So we head over to where the taxidermy stuff is.
Okay, so you start heading back to where the dead part of the biolab
Yes.
is. And immediately you're distracted because when you walk by one of the rooms, there's lights flickering and you see some kind of like autopsies going on, and immediately it gets your attention.
Yeah, I'm totally.
Does
I
it?
like stop.
Does it?
Yes, it does. I stop. Like do, and then I stop, and I turn.
It's got
Ooh.
the
Is it this one?
bad.
And I actually, they don't know that I'm leading the wrong way.
As you know, you saw the flickering yellow light and the UV light that got turned on to decontaminate things.
So they don't know that I'm heading the wrong way because I
Okay,
don't
and
say
then-
anything. I just
and-
literally just pass, and then I get to as close as I can see, and I just stop and I watch.
And you're basically looking because big doors, you know, it's the classic 70s government style doors with the security wire inside to make it bulletproof.
Yeah.
And you're seeing 3 guys with labs coats on doing, it looks like an autopsy on a very large wolf.
What's going on? That's not a lion.
Oh, the lion. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. I
Now, one of you guys give me a quick roll. Somebody can give them a +1 if they want to help them by shoving someone out of the way. So I'm looking at both of you, not her, since she's looking at the shiny.
I'm gonna shove someone out of the way.
I'm
So.
going to give you a +1. So give me a quick to get out of the way, because all of a sudden at once when you're talking, the 3 people stop their work and look back your direction. 3? Okay, so oh yeah. you think you managed to zip out of the line of sight of the door with no problem, and you guys look at her and what do you tell her? It's like, oh, this is not a taxidermy area. Shh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're not supposed to be here.
Well, I kind of am, but
Maybe
No,
that
you're
was
supposed to be in the library.
Maybe that was a werewolf autopsy. Maybe it wasn't.
I don't even want to know what that was. We gotta get out of here. We have,
fine.
doesn't matter.
Fine. All right.
What portal? Old ones.
Okay, so you're heading to the taxidermy section, and the door is locked. Your
Okay.
little pass card can't get you through there because that's where it's also storage of different things.
Okay.
So who's gonna give me a clever or
I'm
sneaky?
I'm just
to-
done with this nonsense. Like, I got this. Let me handle this. I got it.
I'll keep watch.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a whip, by the way. As
I'm
he's
gonna-
sitting there, what'd you get?
I got like minus, so I only got a 1, so I'm gonna re-roll that.
So you're minus
I'm just
1?
like, ow.
Okay, well, remember, when you re-roll, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's a do-over.
I got 3 for that.
Okay. So immediately while you guys are walking, you're picking up 2 pieces of different colored chalk so far.
Oh, nice.
So it's a 4.
It's a 4. So you start to almost hear the and then click, click, and the door opens up.
Thank
And you guys scurry inside. Obviously, there's these rows of different animals, and finally, just like you knew was there, sitting there is this fake stucco rock with this lion perched doing the whole Lion King pose, and there are the precious lion mane hairs. Do you just go up and?
Oh, you don't have to. I mean, it's a taxidermy, so I'm pretty sure if I reach and pull, it's coming out because
Okay.
it's old.
So you just grab and tug.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys basically take this moment. You look at each other. We've achieved the thing.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are
Look,
gonna.
I got the red and the white chalk.
Yes. Okay, so you guys are heading out.
Yeah.
Okay, back the way you came, or you taking a different route out?
Well, whichever route will get us, because I guess we need to go to the.
If we go this way, we'll get to the frat faster.
So we go the way that would get us to the frat.
The guy who's never been in this lab.
Okay, I know. He tells me where the lab is, or not the lab, but
the
the
frat
frat house. So where's the frat house? You tell me. And
I know. I'm drawn to the
since
party.
I am used to this building,
Go ahead and give me a clever roll.
Okay.
I know where a party is.
It's just
my sense is to
it's
sell
just
people.
a fair roll, but if you do better, you know a shortcut.
No.
What do you get?
I got a -1.
Would you
Negative
like to
one?
reroll it?
I'm like.
You're like, are you sure? You're literally stopping and questioning him.
Like,
No, let's just do it.
No. Oh, okay. You gonna use it?
Yeah.
You're adding
this was pretty.
assuming-
God damn it! I got 0. I'm neutral.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a mild consequence, unless you want to take a stress box of 1.
Okay. What is the consequence?
The mild consequence I'm giving you is you are lost. You're just
That's okay. That's
you're
just
feeling just kind of discombobulated.
because I'm
'Cause
trying to
you
tell you
wanna-
which
you
direction
want-
we need to
he's
There's
go.
also too many shinies around. Because
Exactly.
I know there's a freaking autopsy here. Yeah.
You
I'm
want to
lost.
go back and see what were they dissecting because that was not a wolf.
Yeah.
You are 100% sure
That was
wolves
not
do not
a
have back legs that long and that straight-ish.
Yeah. So I'm lost.
And so you're like, but I want to go do the things. It works because it works with your trouble too.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, are you guys going to basically bring her along, and she's discombobulated?
I'm gonna look for the exit signs.
Okay. You see the clearly marked fire exit signs.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we can't go out the fire exit because that's set
no,
off
like you
alarms.
don't just have normal exit signs.
Yeah, you
have
guys
green.
go back the way you guys came. Just
There's no exit sign for another way out the building?
give me a clever roll. Let me see if you spotted one.
Alright, I'm looking for the exit signs, so don't find
Just need a pair of 2. Don't dice angry. Where did it go?
Okay, so that would be clever, that's a 1.
A 1. So you're like, I could have sworn, and you guys, the group follows you, and then also you realize dead end. Like, door that goes down to the basement. Ominous, dark stairs.
You
I'm
know
almost
what?
tempted to like preemptively say, "Ooh, the basement."
How do I use a stunt?
What do you mean? What are you trying to
I'm
do?
gonna magic us a door out of here. You know what? Forget this. I'm gonna just do what I normally do, and just
He like
exit
walks
the
to the wall and says, "Here's the exit." And he just reaches for a doorknob that's not there.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me a flashy.
Okay.
That sounds like a flashy use of
Yeah.
magic.
You know
just,
what?
Here's
We don't
the
have time for
door."
this.
And
Let's
it's
take
gonna-
this exit.
And using the magic is going to cost you a fate point.
Okay.
As you are all seeing him pop off with magic door. Hopefully, that's going to require good.
Oof. It was a plus. It's a +1.
So he opens a magic door and he ushers you guys in.
Sure.
And you guys follow him through this, what you thought was a solid wall. A minute later, it's this door that you're like, hey, take us to this place. And immediately when you walk through the door, since you +1, you made a magic door. Congratulations. All of a sudden, as you step through, you feel this must steam hit you guys all at once. And you guys both give him a look, because all of a sudden over your shoulder is the shriekest scream you've ever heard from one of the gals. You instantly recognize her as one of the cheerleaders at school in the ladies' gymnasium shower, grabbing soap bars to cover her ladies.
I'm sorry,
And
my
you're
mind
in the-
wandered for a moment. Just a moment. I promise.
I put my hands over his eyes.
Ah!
And I'm avoiding gaze too, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. And I'm like trying to shove him over.
And I'm like,
Ah!
I'm sorry, we got lost. And I get lost all the time, so
Yeah.
she accepts it.
Okay, so you guys, brief screen swipe. You guys are running out of the gymnasium. And you're all kind of wet now from the shower.
I'm
and-
sorry, my mind wandered for just a minute. I swear.
Smack him
Ow!
in the head.
Ow!
So
Sorry.
thankfully, as you guys, you start calming down, you realize you hear that eats it.
Yeah, we know where the party is.
And you can see the trees lighting up with the flashing lights as you guys, you're basically heading towards the frat house.
I told you I'd get us there, though.
You guys get there and you see the row of expensive frat boy cars that obviously mom and pop pay for. And there's a couple guys that have the team shorts with the legs tied in knots. And that's their money bucket for when people come in to put the $10 in.
Why aren't you part of this frat?
Trust me, I'm trying.
So immediately they're like, "Hey, welcome to the kegger!
Hey!
Squirters!" They start doing the whole gym rat thing, banging into each other. And they're like, $10 each.
$10.
$10.
Okay.
Gotta support the team. Come on, guys.
Support the Squirters!
Champions!
And of course, they're like, "Get on inside!" Okay, big party scene. You see like the jello in the pool. You see slides, the ridiculousness going on, and you guys are in
Clearly illegal use of magic.
You see some beer bongs going on, only it's not beer,
And you can hear me mumbling under my breath when I gave the 10. I'm like, well, there goes my lunch money for the rest of the week.
I'm just so happy to be here.
I'll
Finally,
feed
just
you.
like.
I'll feed you.
And
I hand you another kind bar.
as immediately two gals in swimsuits that have like these cute anime squids on their bikini tops and little squids on their backs immediately come up and like hand you guys red Solo cups.
Oh, most deaf. Thank you.
And it's
I just
squid,
drank- I
the
just-
official drink of the squid.
I didn't even question. I just drank
What is it?
Yeah.
Squid ink.
Yeah, I don't take a cup.
Do I
I'm
know
going to say,
what's-
I'm the designated driver.
But you're on campus.
I'm the designated driver. We're going to do some things and stuff.
Woo!
Those cards.
And taking your drink.
Yeah, I give him my drink.
Do I know,
Oh, most deaf. Yeah.
Do I know what squid ink is? Is it like a drink called squid ink, or is it literally squid ink?
Shh, don't go.
You know what? Go ahead and give me a clever roll. We'll find out. I like that she's excited about this.
No.
6.
You know that this is this weird combination drink that they have traditionally served at the swim team's parties for like 40 years. It is the deepest, darkest, guarded recipe ever. That only the captain of the team knows how to actually make this concoction. It is passed from captain to captain to captain to captain. And supposedly, if one were to consume 100 shots of squid ink in one weekend bender, they will actually develop cephalopod tentacles. Or so the stories go.
Is there a... I'm just...
No, give it to him. Give it to him.
I've already finished my first cup.
No.
So, because I am the mom friend, I'm also easily distracted, and they are not actively paying attention to me. I'm gonna look for all the girls and make sure they have water, and make sure no one does anything to the water.
You pick a few out of their pools of vomit.
Yeah, I go around being the mom friend to all the
Okay.
girls and stuff like that.
So what is it you do?
After done...
He's
I'll
drinking.
take a
He's
couple, right?
going to give
Oh,
me a
I immediately forgot what we were doing and went to because I wanted to go to this party. So I'm just like, yeah.
I don't...
Friendly reminder, it's 8:45.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
I don't do
I
all
think
of it,
it was
just some of it. Make it look like I've drank some.
Okay, you give it that polite sip.
Well, I'm not actually drinking it. Then I'm going to walk around and look for the chalice.
Okay, go ahead and give me a... What kind of roll you going with? Careful, clever, quick, sneaky?
Well, I would love to use careful. I'm just not sure how I could do it without saying,
Careful is you're just carefully going around the crowd without, bumping into anyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to not think.
I kind of want to just use the fact I'm partying to just cleverly ask, anyone
I want
do
to
the
drink
chalice?
this cup.
Let's do the chalice.
Yeah, basically, I want to not draw attention to myself. And
Oh, I'm so drawing attention to myself.
we're even playing off each other. Yeah, he's drawing everybody's attention, and I'm just
As you're
like,
melting
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, come on, let's do it. Let's do it,
You'll accept that as clever?
I'll accept that as clever.
I mean, careful.
Just careful, yeah.
Okay, so that'd be a 4.
A 4, you immediately are looking at the people you know should have the drink.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden you're noticing 3 people are missing here that should be in the middle of the party. The captain of the team is not to be seen. But as you look around, you realize that one of the really, really top frat girls that you've seen with him before is gone too. So you have a feeling that maybe they've gone to some discreet place in the frat house.
And it's like the chalice is put somewhere else in the room.
Or they took it with them.
Yeah. All right.
But while you were looking around, by the way, you did notice something really creepy in the team's beta, the second in command of the team. While he was sitting there doing shots, his hand was in the fish tank. And you notice he was like kind of like playing his fingers in the water, and they almost look cephalopody. Like maybe he's a hometown boy from Innsmouth.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, oh.
It is Miskatonic University.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just there with my red solo going, oh, fucking frat boys.
Yeah.
So give me a flashy roll as you're just like, bring on the challenge!
Really?
It's because you're actually consuming the
Yeah,
alcohol
I'm
and
good
you're
at
getting
roll.
drunk.
Like mutters.
Are you adding? So what did you get?
I had a -2 flashy, so it was a 1. So I have to-
1. Okay, 1 is not good enough. 1 at least a 2. So did you want to add +2 or reroll?
+2.
Okay. So that's good enough that you're like, bring me the challenge!
You know, just down second drink, solo come to the table, bring on the challenge!
As literally they're like, ho, 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 ho. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, wait a minute, Steve's got the chalice. And you're like carefully listening in on the wall.
Journalism, thank God.
And you're like, duh. And it's like, he's up in his room getting laid right now.
Oh, Steve!
Somebody, get. And immediately the crowd is behind you, so they're like, carrying you on their shoulders up the stairs. Give me a quick roll. And what was your trouble again? What was your trouble again?
And the spell goes horribly wrong.
I do owe you one for that, by the way. Remember? So give me a quick roll as they're carrying you up the stairs that were not meant to have someone on someone's shoulders. As he's like slamming drinks, throwing solo cup, not realizing the roof is coming up really quick.
You said quick, right?
Quick.
Oh, 0.
Well, you
0.
are prepared.
As immediately he turns and just sees stars when the roof hits his face and he comes.
Oh!
Wait, you got a 1.
No,
He had a
minus.
negative.
I
Oh, you had a
a
minus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He had a negative.
Oh!
So I'm gonna go tap out real quick. But what are you guys gonna do to help get the chalice? Speak amongst yourselves.
I am still gathering attention, even inadvertently.
I was like,
Well-
they heard Steve getting laid. I'm like, oh shit, I can just go up there and get the challenge. I wasn't even gonna be like, oh, get it, and run up. But then they're all like, let's carry him up.
And I'm like enjoying the attention, just like, I am loving every second of this.
I figure
This is why I want to come here. I'm trying to play.
my character would probably like want to go check on the girlfriend because you know how things are at frat parties. Like, did she get roofied? Let's find out.
I mean,
My
yeah.
friend has to go check on people.
Are they wearing protection even if it's consensual? We have to make sure.
No, I wouldn't
I'm
say
like,
that
my
out loud.
face! Ah!
You're the one who needs protection for your face.
Meanwhile, both of you here just, ah!
So,
My pretty face!
basically,
I got tentacles!
my whole thing would be to wait this out to see, like, they give you the chalice, you do your drink thing,
Yeah.
and then wait until the room starts, going back to its normal party thing. And now that we have a
Walking around with the chalice, like, yeah.
I
then
wanna
you
do
be
this
like,
game.
yeah, and you like hand it.
This is not a one shot. We need to continue this game.
Yeah, I really do want
I really
this.
like it.
There's too much fun behind this. Damn it, I want to be an alpha beta Chi.
It's awesome.
I kind of want to
Can you
just.
draw me too?
Can you draw my characters out? 'Cause
Just
I'm not.
Write
I'm
me
looking-
just like full on descriptions.
Like it's like I did
build
like
or
the.
whatever. Yeah, take a picture of that and send it to me.
Like it's like how rough this is. Just like God, I need to draw more of them. I miss being able to.
Okay.
So we want to continue.
Got
We
it.
this.
really want to continue.
Okay, so then this would probably then be a good place to wrap it up there rather than
Yeah.
doing an abridged ending for it.
Yeah.
Crack
So you
in the
want
face.
the actual storyline.
Yeah, I don't like this game so much.
Because see, the one I wrote up last night, this is not the end. So write down what your refresh is, unless it's less than 3.
What's a refresh?
Your refresh is up in this top corner here.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know.
Your refresh will be 3. That was your poker chips.
Okay.
So if you have less than 3, don't worry about it. Just write 3 and refresh, because that'll be what you start with each time.
Okay.
Unless some horrible catastrophes happen.
My
and you
current.
have way
Do
more
we
time.
still keep the 1 as the current fate point? 'Cause
No, that's your
Oh, so
you're
we just
currently-
erase it
you'll-
as-
yeah. Keep the refresh of 3. That's when you come back. You know. That
Ooh.
was loud.
that was loud. My goodness, that's your beaten purse.
That's what she said.
Shush.
Yes, it is.
So we have alternations when certain people can't make it.
Yep. So that way there's some options.
And then, like, we can ask her if she wants to play this game, so maybe we can kind of every other.
Because Sue does know fake, because we played fake with her before.
Yep. So, this is assorted St. Patty's Day, the stuff. I don't remember all the flavors, but there's like vanilla whiskey and.
What are those?
They are the
Gummy candies?
drop candies.
Ooh.
Ah.
And there's vanilla.
Did you guys want to
whiskey.
keep any of these? Because I just printed them off the website.
No.
For
I
examples?
mean, well, yeah, no, because
Oh,
my
you
character is
need
not.
to take pictures of this.
Because see, if you want really funny character sheets, here's ones that are based on universities.
Oh,
Yeah.
send that to me.
Well, I was gonna clean up the emblem and change it to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I
yes.
said, like, send it to me so I can do that.
Basically, I want to know if you want to try one.
Sure.
I have no idea what you're going to get. It's going to be fun. Do you want to try?
You know what? Yeah, let's do this. My character is all about like moderation is for dweebs.
I don't know what this flavor is.
That is fantastic.
It's
Right? It's like a little jewel.
It is amazing.
I'm gonna try
It
it.
is made from a guy in, say, Tallahassee.
That is not a flavor I was expecting.
Right.
It's got some weird, robust, savory flavor.
Right?
And he makes them all by hand. These are special, ones.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But I also ordered a whole bunch. He had on his website right now, if you go to pd.com, because it's Lofty Pursuits and public the displays of the confectionery. He has a YouTube channel. This is how I found him. He shows you how he's making these old-fashioned candies in the old-fashioned ways, but he'll do things like he'll make a TARDIS image candy, which I've got like 4 of those. But then he'll also do things like drop candies, which are really fun when you find out why they're called drop candies. But his actual store, I want to go visit it, but
Where
it's
is
too Tallahassee.
Yeah, that's a little bit of
It's
a
a bit of a
drop.
road trip.
A little bit.
Was it Tallahassee? I think it's Tallahassee, yeah. And but he has he serves brunch. He has a ice cream parlor with 52 different flavors of sundae. He has toys and games there. And one journalist has described the place as a living contemporary art installation that happens to make a profit.
Nice.
It is amazing. And he
It
also
sounds amazing.
He also has a band. Like he's not part of a band, but he sponsors the Lofty Pursuits band, and they are a local community
Oh
band.
my god.
It is fucking crazy.
Oh, and if you guys could send a picture of your character sheets, so
Yes.
that way,
Yes.
just in case, when you guys get home tonight, I can point to you.
Okay.
Did you see?
And if you check
It's for
the
my example of the watercolors I can do.
in the Miskatonic University chat, in the very beginning, I posted Fate Rules. Basically, it's their free online rules. It's the book in WebTool.
Ooh.
So all the ideas of aspects, stunts, all those things, they're all on the webpage for use. Which is one thing
I
I
this without it in the sleeve.
Which is one thing I love about the guys behind Fate, because literally, like almost all of their books are pay what you want on Drive-Thru RPG. So if you want to pay $2 now and then pay like $1 later on payday, you could do that, or you can pay $0, then come back and pay them when you're flush. Because we all know how the feast and famine goes.
I heard her knocking.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, and Scion, Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
It's interesting to play so many different characters. Like the game. I'm gonna hang back and let this happen. Meanwhile, Ichabod's like, I'm gonna do a thing. Hey guys, why don't you do a flip? Epically fails. Yeah! Typical college kid.
And now people are wondering, how did they get in the ladies'
So
room?
I might.
I
think what a lot of people is like, oh,
my mind
Lupe
wandered.
always gets lost. She always ends up places they're like, not really sure how she got there.
His honest
So,
explanation.
what are
I
these?
just wandered for
Quick trip.
just a second.
You wanna